Hey everyone, so I'll be starting my first ever tour of China and Australia in a few weeks, and I decided to do a giveaway/contest for my fellow bassists in China. The rules of the competition were they had to upload a video of themselves playing the first minute of Elevated. Whoever I think played it best gets a free VIP ticket to any of our shows in China, meaning they get access to the meet and greet and masterclass before that show. And this is all happening on Bilibili, which for anyone who doesn't know is basically the Chinese version of YouTube. I've watched some of the videos already, and so I can tell you that the standard is pretty crazy. There were a lot of submissions, so I can't show all of them in this video unfortunately, but I will watch all of them myself, and then I'll show the top 5 entries in this video.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, that was really great. He absolutely nailed pretty much all of the notes. He also had a pretty cool tone, a little different from what I usually have. It was a little bit more of a slightly rock vibe with a slightly distorted sound, whereas I play this with a very clean tone. He had good feel too. He was sliding into the notes where you want to slide into. The only slight thing I would say is that he was rushing a little bit, getting a little bit ahead of the beat, but overall this was a really, really good cover. Okay, this was absolutely amazing. The tone was really good. The timing was really good. One of my favorite things was actually the articulations. He was really getting all the little slides and the little hammer-ons. And all of those little bends and everything that make it sound really funky, he was nailing them. He got almost every single note right. There was just a tiny little mistake in the tapping part, but that's really, really just nitpicking. Again, this was a really, really good cover. Okay, this was great. Throughout most of this video, he had a really nice feel. He even added some ghost notes here and there, which kind of maybe even enhanced the funkiness a little bit. He got basically all of the notes right. The only thing I would say is that near the end, he kind of lost the groove a little bit. That was really just a small section of the solo. 90% of it was just amazing, perfect notes, and very nicely in time. Just a couple of small moments there where the timing was a bit off. Okay, this was another fantastic cover. One of my favorite things about this was actually his tone. The tone of this, I think might be a Ken Smith bass, is just really, really rich and nice. But another thing that really affects the tone and the overall sound is your technique. Holding each note as long as it should be held out, slapping each slap with the right amount of power, and he was doing a very good job of nailing those things. There are a couple of tiny mistakes in the first slap section. This is how it should go, but he was occasionally going like this. But that's really just something very tiny. I'm just trying to find something to critique about this, because overall this was another incredible cover. Beth Longlong, just 13 years old, and really nailed this solo. The slap part was great, all of the notes were right, and the timing was very, very good. The tone was also nice. There's just a few notes in the tapping section which you should go back and listen and check, mostly in the left hand. This was a great cover overall, but for a 13-year-old, this is just so impressive, so well done. Okay, I've watched all the entries and the standard has been insanely high. Unfortunately, I do actually have to pick a winner now, but before that, there are some honorable mentions. Firstly, this incredible video from Rock Little Bass Wolf. This is just such a cool moment seeing him absolutely rock out in front of his class. I am slightly worried by the title though. Bass is back for the annual Children's Day class performance, and unpopular instruments can also solo. Hopefully that's just a translation issue. Then there's Ding Yi Jen, who bought gold strings just to play the gold strings solo. 15-year-old young Jihao asked for my advice.
Hello, teacher. Please give me more advice.
Okay, here's my advice. First of all, you're doing an amazing job. You're getting most of the notes right and your tone is really nice. Now try using your thumb as an anchor when you're tapping. It's much easier to do tapping if you've got your thumb on top of the fretboard like this. And listen closely to the metronome to make sure you're not going too fast and getting ahead of the beat. But great job, you're already doing really well. And lastly, I just want to give a shout out to Baghead. Maybe he and Buckethead can get together and create some amazing music. Okay, but I can't put this off any longer. It's time to decide who wins the free VIP ticket to any of our shows in China. For me, it's between Melee Mage and Zhang San. I absolutely loved both of these videos. They both had really good timing, really nice tone, and a very good feel. It's almost impossible to decide between the two, but I'm gonna say that Melee Mage is the winner. My favorite thing about his solo was that he really did such a good job with all the little articulations, all the little slides, hammer-ons, bends, and pull-offs. He did a really nice job with those, which really just gave such a good feel to the solo. So congratulations to Melee Mage. We'll be contacting you soon about how to get your free VIP ticket. And of course, thank you so much to everyone who entered. I watched every single one of your videos and the standard was so incredibly high. Even if you didn't make it into the top 5, I really hope that you enjoyed this experience and that I encouraged you to practice some bass. I'd love to see as many of you as possible on our upcoming tour of China and Australia. The last one we did in Europe was so much fun. There's really nothing better than getting to meet you all in real life, and I'm not sure when we're going to be coming back to either of these places. Thank you all so much for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.